in your perfect world, what classes would you want to take, applied or academic?
So I'm thinking to do computer programming. I really want to go to college in future, so that's why thinking to transfer to all academic courses for rest of my school life. So back in 2015, my teacher, we attended an open house in Frank Oak, and that school was from grade 7 to 10. And they forced me to go to Frank Oak. But in the end of the school 2017 and 2018 school year, my guidance counselor just sent me to Central Tobacco for no reason. And and the courses I took is math, English, science, and horticulture. But I only got 1 credit in math. It was a special education locally developed grade 9 math.
I really wanted Josh to go to my neighborhood school. And they says Josh can do it because his skill is really low to go to the regular school. And like you can say, because I don't have any choice and I have been forced to go to Frank Oak. Also, I didn't know that when the Frank Oak switched him to Etobicoke, that is a non-credit program. I have to ask that if Josh is getting 90%, so I have to ask for the credit. Like, as a parent, why I have to ask? Why they cannot give?
Early 2019, my parents thought that going to Central Tobacco, it's just a waste of time because it's not going to prepare me for going to college. And for going to college, I need 30 credits. So my guidance counselor found a school to attend to. So my parents attended some meetings about changing schools, and my guidance counselor said Westview will be the perfect school for me to fit in.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And you did.
Yeah.
So comparing what you were doing in like at Frank Oak and Central Etobicoke to what you're doing now at Westview and taking academic and university and college courses, like how challenged do you feel compared to those two places?
Okay, so when I did math and English and at Frank Oak, it was quite easy. So does Central Tobacco. But in English in Central it was more advanced, like a little bit complex, but not that what I do at Westview. But at Westview now I'm getting more challenging stuff.
And how does that make you feel?
And that makes me that I'm preparing to go to college.
When we were in the same class together,
yeah,
and I saw the kind of math that you were able to do, I was really I was pleasantly surprised because you have like this history of going to special education, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what's on your IEP, Josh?
Yeah, so a couple of days ago, Mr. Smith sent me a form, IEP form by mail, but my parents thought that I'm already going to every regular classroom, and they also thought that the IEP is for only special education. So I sent an email to Mr. Smith about is that IEP only for special education, because we're in every regular classroom. And then he emailed me back and said that IEP will be also will benefit for me for going to college or university.
And he's right. So that IEP, even though you're in a regular classroom, it just basically is like a form that helps teachers, learn about, what your strengths are, and also some things that we need to make sure that we support you with, right? But also at the same time, we know that sometimes some people use that information for like the wrong reasons, right? And I think sometimes students like yourself get into a situation where you're being moved from one place to another, from one program to another, because of what's on your paper, as opposed to you making the decisions and having that paper support what you want to do. And so do you feel like the autism identification, what role do you think that played in all of the processes?
I mean, for me, like, it affects a lot, because for Josh, I think he really has some good things, like good skills. Even I don't have that skills too, like as a normal person, I would say. But Josh really did not get a chance. And even when Josh was in the green home, that time also, I had little bit feud with the teachers, because that time Josh was really doing good in the math also. And I told them, at least for the math, like give him a little bit higher math. But they put him in the same classroom, and they are not giving like developed math, what he was able to do this time. But for Josh, I never get the chance to keep him in the regular classroom. So he was always went to the special program, classroom.
So I know that you read about the academic pathways, because you said that you went to the site. So
yeah, I was reading about it.
Yeah. So I think you can tell what we're trying to do, right? In the TDSB, trying to get rid of these kinds of practices that sort and separate students because of things that are, not in people's control, but yet deserve an opportunity like everybody else to prove themselves and to learn at the highest levels, the levels that like that Josh is meeting now, right? So what would you say to people that disagree with that?
I mean, I would say that give them a chance, like how they will do in the future, and maybe the teachers would be more careful a little bit about them, how they are doing, and taking care of them in the classroom as well.